Hey guys, this is Alex Blair of the Darkest Unrest. Welcome back. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and join us tonight for our story into the unknown. Our story centers around a missing dungeon master. Mr. James Dallas Egbert III went missing. Uh, the place, Michigan State University. The time, 1979. Mr. Egbert was a avid player of the board game, the tabletop game Dungeons and Dragons, and he mysteriously went missing in 1979. So here's his story. Let's dive headfirst into this tonight, guys. Essentially, what happened was Mr. Egbert was at his dormitory there at Michigan State University. He was avidly known to be playing Dungeons and Dragons. And it was kind of a well-known fact that on campus, a lot of the students actually participate in what they called kind of a live version of Dungeons and Dragons. So, in kind of a strange blending of reality and fiction, what comes to mind for me is, the show Stranger Things, where, there's a lot of elements of kind of this Dungeons and Dragons alternate dimension kind of creepiness that's going on here. So yeah, Mr. Egbert, he went missing from his dormitory. In a strange set of facts, the school actually, they did not report him missing for 5 days. The family was obviously upset about this. Wondering what happened to their son. Where is he? No one seemed to know. Of course, in 1979, it was before the times of cell phones, so there really was not a real good way to reach somebody, if they're away from their dormitory, from their house, what have you. Authorities actually speculated that perhaps one of these live versions of Dungeons and Dragons that he actually got either lost or possibly even some foul play, or maybe even something more sinister. I mentioned, what came to mind first for me was something like Stranger Things. Kind of that blending of fiction and reality together into kind of some sort of mystery, maybe some kind of darkness. But what happened next was an event where there were some steam tunnels where, authorities searched. They were unable to really locate Egbert. There's at the dormitory there was these set of steam tunnels where a lot of the kids would play, reenact live versions of Dungeons and Dragons. So it was a really interesting setup that they had there, and it was kind of a well-known fact there on the campus. But the parents, after 5 days, he was finally reported missing. The parents actually hired a private investigator, a private investigator named Deer, and he essentially was charged with trying to find Egbert. Looked everywhere around Michigan State University, all around the campus there, questioning different individuals. And one of the main focus points was, in fact, Dungeons and Dragons. Going around campus, asking people that played the game. And around that time, right in the, the 70s and 80s, there was this stigma about Dungeons and Dragons where a lot of people thought that, there was a lot of wickedness going on with it, evil, and essentially he was charged with investigating a lot of those claims. That what happened next was even stranger. Deer, continued his investigation on behalf of the family, and what he actually found was Egbert was living with an uncle away from Michigan State University. Essentially, kind of just wanted to drop out of the world and restart his life. He was, it sounded as if from doing the research that he was having some struggles with mental health. And sadly enough, Mr. Egbert was actually found. Once he was found, about a year later, he was actually he committed suicide. So, very sobering, very sad end to the story there. Rest in peace, James Dallas Egbert. But I wanted to share this story. It intrigued me when I was doing the research, just, looking into the different facts of the case. There's not a whole lot of cases where there's kind of that tie into Dungeons and Dragons, but I do think it is interesting, and definitely, I'm sure there's some other facts that will be brought to light in terms of different cases. So, yeah, wanted to bring you this story here. Hope you all are having a great night here. Again, as always, this is Alex Blair of the Darkest Unrest. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure notifications are turned on. We're going to start releasing more and more content here for you, for the audience, and appreciate each and every one of you. Also follow us on X, our X account. We're posting the links there daily as well. So looking forward to seeing you next time. Alex Blair with Darkest Unrest. Alex Blair, lights out.